Welcome, 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 welcome back. On April the 17th, New York Senior Medicare Patrol, they're going to be holding a health fraud workshop. Joining us with all the details, we have volunteer coordinator Victoria Thornton.
How
Welcome.
are you? Thank you.
How are you?
I'm great.
So, healthcare fraud.
Yes.
You're trying to create the awareness, let people know more about it, or how to navigate through healthcare?
All of
the above.
Yes, yes. The New York Senior Medicare Patrol program, we work really to help seniors know what type of scams can be infiltrated in the Medicare program. Their health care is so important, and I'm sure you know, you probably have family and friends who are in Medicare, and they rely on that program for so many different things. So for it to be infiltrated and for them to have some of their benefits lost due to healthcare fraud, or for them to be a victim of medical identity theft, all of these things they should be aware of, and so we're trying to educate them.
What's some of the things that they can look forward to or try to watch out for?
Oh, it's very, very practical.
People calling, people are trying to uncover information that they can use or take it away from you?
That's definitely a given. You have scammers all the time giving you phone calls, telling you you have to confirm your Medicare number. And as you know, right now, the Medicare numbers are Social Security numbers. So it's very, very dangerous to give that information over the phone. And even though the Medicare numbers are switching, they're going to be random numbers, it's still dangerous, because if you give it to someone, they can bill Medicare for claims that have never existed, right?
And you'll know because you'll get a call saying, hey, did you use this service or something like that?
So you'll see it on your statement, actually,
And wait a minute, nobody took me there.
Right.
I don't know anything about that.
It's a clear sign when you look at your Medicare statement, your Medicare summary notice, and you see a doctor's name that you don't recognize, or you see a service that you know you've never had done. You were in Jamaica vacationing, right. And so you weren't there. That's a clear sign that you've probably been a victim of healthcare fraud. And
What's some of the other things they should look out for?
Definitely the dates. So if you look at your statement and you see a date for a service that you don't recognize, that's a clear sign that somebody has been using your Medicare number, and you want to check it out, you want to verify it, and get that money refunded back to Medicare for your own sake, but also if you paid anything, if you paid a co-payment for that service that wasn't true, you want to make sure that you get that money refunded.
And some of the ways that they've grasp hold of your information is one of the ways is by phone. Somebody called you an extra question. What are some of the other ways?
So a lot of times people get postcards that say that they're offered free medical supplies, right? And so they're like, oh wow, I'm so happy for this supply, so they give over their information. And so that way you have fraudulent suppliers and vendors who use their information to bill Medicare for false claims.
So you tell seniors,
yes,
don't
keep
give anybody
all of that information to yourself. Give it only to your healthcare provider when you're going to the doctor or the hospital.
But people are slick, though. People know how to,
It's true.
If you call 100 people, you're going to get 5 or 10.
Yeah, and
the percentage is pretty high sometimes.
Definitely. Scammers don't target one person specifically. They call as many people as possible, and then in the off chance, they'll get one person who answers the phone, and then they're slick talkers. They want to tell you they're with Medicare, or they'll tell you that, your health care is in jeopardy if you don't give over this information. Sometimes the call can get a little bit threatening. So, they're very slick, and they call everyone who appears to be of a certain age for their information.
Yeah, and in general, you should shred your information, because if you just open up your envelopes and even if you go to the drugstore, the pharmacy, and they put your name and address and everything on that outside, and they staple it. And some people just throw that away and open up the medication.
That is so true.
Your name and address is on that box or that sheet.
Exactly.
You have to shred that.
Even with your Medicare statements, that has all of your information. It has your doctor's names, your services, right?
Yeah.
You want to shred that. After you read it through, shred that information. If it's old and you don't need it anymore, you don't want to keep that information.
Go to AARP's website. I'm not promoting anybody, but
No, they're wonderful, yes, absolutely.
They have a shred fest going on. One is in Brooklyn and one is Esplanade Gardens.
They have several different locations, so definitely check them out.
Yeah, and they have something called a shred fest. So there's long lines of people with bags and shopping carts full of stuff. And
it's great,
this truck comes and they shred all of that stuff.
Yes, you have to shred your information. If you keep it lying around, or if you throw it around and throw it in the dumpster, you have scammers who go dumpster diving for that information.
So you've been working on this for a while, right?
Yeah.
What organization are you working with?
Live on New York.
Live on New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're a nonprofit organization, and we house the New York Senior Medicare Patrol. And we go around. We do a lot of different workshops. We go to health fairs, really just making sure that seniors know the different practical steps that they can do to make sure that they're safe from all of these scams.
That's great. That's great. The patrol.
Yes.
So you have an event coming up?
Yes, tomorrow we're going to be at Riverdale Senior Services.
That's tomorrow, the 17th.
From 1 to 2.
From 1 to 2.
And so please come out, learn a little bit more about Medicare, learn about Medicare fraud and how you can protect yourself.
And can we go into a website and check out all of the information?
Go on to liveonnewyork.com, and if you're interested in volunteering, because we have a lot of volunteers who help us give the workshops, help us do all of the events that we do, so feel free
You need volunteers and people?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, here we go.
Definitely.
I found we got to give up a camera right here. Say hello to my little friend.
Hello.
And then ask for what you want.
Yes, please. If you're interested, if you love to teach, if you speak another language, please feel free to give me a call. Reach out to us via Facebook on the New York Senior Medicare Patrol Facebook page, and please let me know, because I would love to have more volunteers come and help us. Yeah.
And they can go to
liveonnewyork.com. Yeah.
There you go. Victoria Thornton, volunteer coordinator, liveonnewyork.com.
.org.
.org.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Thank you. Give her a big hand, everybody.
Thank you.
liveonnewyork.org. We have to take a quick break right here, but stay tuned. I promise we'll be right back.